Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome to a Flex's View. But this is not a normal Flex's View. This is not to talk Man United and to talk transfers and to talk all of the stuff going on at the club. This is simply a massive thank you because we have been nominated for a Sports Journalism Award in the category of YouTube channel. Came out yesterday. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I had to take the time out to thank you on behalf of everyone here at the channel, everyone who appears on the channel and has appeared on the channel in the past. This is all down to you lot, man. Can't believe it. And when you look at some of the company, not some of, all of the company that we're with to get a seat at that table, to even be nominated, to even be spoken about in the same sentence as the people that we're in the category with, the overlap. Like, dare I say anymore, Sky Sports Premier League, like literally the highlights channel of the whole league, literally where players sit down from all the clubs and they create original content. Shout out Harriet and Sam Aboseki over there at Sky. Those guys doing great stuff. Joe Tomlinson, etc., etc. AFTV are in there as well. And also Stephen Henry's Q-tips as well. Stephen Henry, what a legendary snooker player, by the way. I do know who he is, absolutely. I had no idea he had a YouTube channel. But he's a snooker great. So to see little old United View with that sort of company, rubbing shoulders with that sort of company, it didn't even compute. It didn't even compute to me. You know, when people start messaging you saying, listen, well done, and this, that, and the other, you don't really start to take it in. Of course, we're in there with AFTV as well. Cook Robbie been going over a decade worth of work. And when I started United View in oh gosh, that's a good question now. July 21. I want to say July 21. You're never sure, are you? You're not sure how things are gonna go, and you're nervous and you're second guessing, and it's not complete fear of like, I don't want to do this. Of course, I wanted to, but you're still apprehensive about things, about starting something new. And to see something that, you know, I came up with the idea of, and with the help of Owen and KG and Josh and everybody, and because I literally like lose track. I'm talking everybody who appears on the channel, comes on the channel, contributes to the channel, and most of all, you lot watching the channel. It's just been a crazy, crazy journey. One that we're still very early. We're not babies in this, but we're still very young. We're still very, very young. And to be recognized on a national stage, I think that's the key for me. To be recognized on a national stage for the hard work that we all put in is just crazy to me. Like, I remember when, I mean, look, I know this is the YouTube field, but I remember when like fan content was like just scoffed on, like just, you know what I mean, laughed at, taken the piss out of. And look, there's people, you know, that have experienced way more of that than who started before I did, that can tell you that. Ask the people like Robbie, like I think Redmen, I think they was like the first to do fan cams and stuff like that. Arts Mark at United Stand, like these guys have been going for ages. Even Terry, all these different creators have been going for longer than me, but they would tell you like fan content was laughed at. It didn't really have a place in mainstream media. And I still think there's parts of it that shouldn't and parts of it that should, and that sort of merging of the two has been brilliant, and I've loved it, and that's what I'm all about. You guys know what I'm on. I'm trying to bring those two worlds together to the point where they can both coexist and intertwine. And I think over the last 7 years in general, since I've been doing fan content for Free Night Stand through to this and beyond, but 4 years of United View, like, you learn so much. And my mission was always to look at what else can we do? You know, the fan cams had been done, and you know, the ranting and the big emotion that was there, that had been done. There was like certified goats of that. And I wanted to just think, well, I'm like, why can't we be in press conferences? Why can't we be on mainstream media? Why can't we be on mainstream radio? Why can't we be on mainstream outlets? And a mixture of them coming to us because of all the work that everybody in this space does, versus also us showing them, listen, we can, like, we're fans and we're emotional. We have a different take to you guys, but we've got a lot to say that can be taken seriously. We can provide good analysis. There's people out there who, you know, do in-depth analysis to a level, dare I say, that's that's equal or greater than a lot of, you know, mainstream stuff. Of course, the ex-pros are the ex-pros. They're always going to have a lot of the best insights. But, you know, there's content creators making documentaries. There's content creators getting interviews with big players, past and present. There's content creators coming up with new innovative ideas. There's flipping sidemen selling out Wembley and the London Stadium. So when you look at content creators and look how far we've come, and I'm, you know, I aspire to be like so many in this space, to get recognized alongside these types of people. I don't think we really realize like how big that actually is. We take it for granted. When I get in my phone book or network of people and we get ex-players on, or we get finance people on, or we get journalists on, or we get current players on, or these types of things, pundits and media people, like you don't really realize like what have we actually created here? Everything's at our fingertips, but it's down to the hard work. I remember doing a show on Talksport. Shout out to Jordan Jarrett and Hugh Wozencroft. Shout out them at the time. And I was one of the first times. I don't want to say we were the first sort of cohort to get into the press conferences. I was at United Stand at the time, but I remember it not being very common anyway. I will say that. Maybe you guys who maybe watched content in this space, even maybe longer than me, can maybe enlighten me on that. I don't know if we were the first fan channel or I was one of the first people in the press call. I don't know about that, but I remember it not being very common. And I remember a show on Talks where the guys rang me because I was in there, and it caused a big storm on social media. Should fan creators, you know, be there, and what does that look like? And there was a huge uproar about it. Some people laughing at it, some people saying these guys ain't got a brain, they ain't got a clue, the line of questioning is not going to be strong enough, and some people supporting it. And when I think back from then to now of how much work's been done and how many content creators are either working alongside their clubs or nothing to do with their clubs but have their own autonomous voice that is, I'm not going to say louder than their clubs, but like a big prominent voice, and they're independent. Like, it goes out to every single one of them. And actually, I want to send a big shout out to everybody else who was nominated in different categories. Like Minna's been nominated, Culture Cams and HP got nominated for their interview they done with Rudiger. AFTV got nominated because they did the interview with Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister. It wasn't the Prime Minister then, but actually he was the Prime Minister then. I can't remember, but they did it with him. Deluded Guna, I saw that he got nominated. Adeola Dipo, good friend of mine. Look what he's doing at DAZN in boxing. And none of these guys have taken like a traditional route into media, into this space. So it's just testament and proof to you lot that we can do this, man. Ain't no one telling us we can't do this shit. Nobody. Like the same media that at some point or another have laughed at us or been apprehensive to collaborate with us or work with us are now embracing us. And you can look at that two ways. Some people look at that as, oh, they're just stealing your thing. They're just this, that, and the other. I look at it as, well, actually, they've realized, again, you can't beat them, join them, adapt or die. And now there's a large portion of the mainstream media being held up by social media. And, you know, people like myself and people in this space, there's a whole portion of it, not all of it, of course. Like, broadcasting will be broadcasting, TV and rights holders will be rights holders. All the flash interviews that you see and CBS and all these things, they will be that. Like, you know, but who knows? Why is there a limit on this thing? Why is there a limit? The sky's the limit. So yeah, big up to each and every single one of you. It's going to be easy to win it, I'll be honest. Yeah, Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher, yeah, Roy Keane, yeah, Jill Scott, Righty. Yeah, that's yeah, we should beat them. Sky Sports Premier League. So like I said, all the guys that have been doing amazing content with pretty much every player in the league and the official clubs. Be easy to beat them. Stephen Henry, Liverpool legend, snooker legend. You might support Liverpool, snooker legend. AFTV, Robbie and them, man. Yeah. So we should be bringing this award home. Easy to win, but nah, honestly, just even being nominated means we've really won. And as has everybody who's been nominated for their work. I think Shirai Saraz as well, she got nominated. Ollie Klink, a good friend of mine at Talksport, Ones to Watch. And there's so many more people that, you know, I can't think off the top of my head. So to everybody who has even been nominated, keep smashing it. We're here to stay. And big up to every single one of you, man. Smash a like on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And big thank you to all of you. The award ceremony is later on in March as well. So big national coverage with that. So yeah, we'll see how that goes, and obviously we'll be attending. So yeah, big up to each every single one of you. Thank you for your support, man. I'm out.